Welcome back to the Talking Hedge. I'm Josh Kincaid, capital markets analyst and host of your Cannabis Business podcast. All right, let's take a look at a high-level overview of the Louisiana medical market. Looking like it's going to have some strong sales after a lackluster performance. They've got 9 dispensaries. They had started selling flower for the first time back in January. First time since the program started in 2019. So years of struggle with one of the most restrictive frameworks in the nation. Louisiana's medical marijuana market poised for a much stronger growth in January when 9 dispensaries started selling. So after years of struggle with one of the most restrictive frameworks in the nation, Louisiana's medical marijuana market is poised for much better growth in January when 9 dispensaries are going to be able to start selling flower instead of only tinctures, topicals, and portable vaporizers. So flower, no matter where you go, the most popular category by far, at least 42% in California, the lowest market share in the nation. I would imagine it's probably going to be 60% plus, maybe even start off at 75% there. So with the addition of flower and some other tweaks to that medical marijuana program, you're going to see medical cannabis sales in Louisiana projected to roughly double next year to around 100 million. And could get as high as 400 million by 2025. So the market was started in 2015, didn't launch till 2019, allowed only 2 cultivators and 10 dispensaries. And then the latter must run as pharmacies. So that's kind of a cool model, similar to what you might see over in Amsterdam. So the initial qualifying condition listed for prospective patients was so tiny that only 3,000 were making purchases when sales began. But in 2020, they changed that. So qualifying conditions were allowed to have recommendations for any ailment that they felt. Edibles and the metered dose vaporizers were available late 2020. So those products were really popular right away, of course. Convenience, and especially Louisiana probably being a little bit more conservative. They're not going to probably sell as many pre-rolls as maybe the vape pens. Edibles are going to be strong, but delivery methods at home will probably be pretty strong there. And they have delivery options, so that's great. So they're still running with pretty strong hurdles, restrictions, and those include lack of advertising, which every market kind of goes through those. Washington didn't allow billboards, then they did, then they didn't. So they're gonna have to just figure that out and how to get through no matter what. Looks like patients are increasing, so that's good. As of September, a total of 28,000 have received at least one recommendation. And in the third quarter, 14,000 purchased. So not a whole lot. That's less than half of the state's population of 4.6 million. And there's a lot larger markets in Arkansas and Florida where at least 2% of the population are registered as medical marijuana patients. But they think that it's just kind of building, it's slow, maybe a lot more conservative, and they're just going to have to wait it out. Sales, they expect that to be between 90 million and 110 million next year. And then by 2025, that's going to be projected to be around 330 to 400 million. But they're going to have to start selling in January before any of that happens. So flower, the most popular and cheapest form of cannabis, still not available. You have to wait for that to come out. 2 producers have insisted for months that they're well stocked for the year with more than 1,000 pounds of cannabis flower in storage. But who wants to wait? That's going to be super dry, or if it's in light, depends on how they're storing it, all those issues. But anyways, at least it's going to be there, I guess. They're expecting to get as high as 3% of the population, about 138,000 for the medical patients. There'll be a lot more once they go rec and things kind of roll out from there. But probably not as strong as Florida. It's going to be a little bit more conservative, maybe take a little bit longer to roll out, but time will tell. With that, we're going to roll this one up. I'm Josh Kincaid. This is The Talking Hedge. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or don't, and I'm out. Don't forget to smash that like button on your way out and check out these other videos that we've got.